Hey there, I want to talk to you about a very, very important thing for you to consider in the time of this crisis that we're going through. Now, some of you wanted to know how to figure out how to get you navigating through this time. This is exactly what I do with my clients right now. I'm basically doing what's called ride the curve, how to stay ahead of the curve and how to re-enter this position. It's a conversation we've been having. I just did a strategic call right now with my members and my clients, and I'm teaching them how to transition into virtual consultation and how to teach them how to go telehealth classes, for example. We went step by step and exactly one of the things to think about. But one of the conversation came up is really important. I think you need to kind of understand, because I see a lot of people talking about how to really get on top of, like, how do we transition from this thing that we do manually with our hands to how do I then now save my practice by having some cash flow so I can actually do it virtually. I think that type of mindset is the wrong mindset to have. And here's why. Transitioning to a virtual consultation and telehealth classes, that's a very tactical move. You're trying to basically panic and react. I get it on why you would. You're reacting right now to try to go, how do I transition to something that's going to be maybe profitable or maybe can give me some cash flow. And at this time, when you start to panic and swing that way, you're thinking about yourself and how it matters to you. We're all in this together. Trouble is that what you got to start thinking about is that you have to switch the mindset at the moment, is that you need to start thinking a bit more strategic, not tactical, because you got to answer the questions, why are you even doing it? Is it just purely for cash flow, or is it purely to really kind of give value to your clients? Because they need you more than ever. You are a leader in your space. You're a leader in your community right now, and you matter. The thing that you need to keep in mind is that we will get through this. Now, the new world that will come up, I don't know, whenever that may be slightly different than the current world that you live in. However, we will get past through this. There will be a period of time. It's not going to be 2 years, but it's going to be a period of time that we need to learn from. So instead of panicking, what I suggest you do is be strategic about what you're thinking about. The mindset, it needs to be more from a strategic point of view and going, what do I need to do to re-enter into this space in front that allows my patient to think that I am a great leader in this? And so the thought process is, rather than just thinking about, like, I better go jump on virtual classes, I better figure out how to work Zoom. Those are tactical questions, and they're important questions to ask, but before you go tactical, you gotta have a strategic plan that you need to start thinking. Your mindset, your intention needs to be, I believe, anyways, this is just my opinion, is that you need to be supportive, not overwhelming. And what I mean by that is this: your patients may not care about how to do more stretches. They may not care about how to eat better right now. They might not even care about their back pain, because that's not even their front of mind. Because you know why? Because right now, for majority of the people, they may be laid off. They may be dealing with isolation. They might not realize their business is going to survive. They may not realize that they're sick, or they have grandparents, or they have parents that could be vulnerable to this virus. They're scared. They've never worked remotely from home before. Whatever that may be, you don't know what that is. I can guarantee you, though, they're not thinking about that I need more stretches for the day. I'm not suggesting that's not important, but what I'm suggesting is that you launch those things in the right appropriate time, and that's being strategic. That time will come, but it might not be this week. And so what I'm suggesting you think about is, well, how can it be more supportive? Because giving them advice on, like, how to eat properly, how to do all this stuff, that is unfortunately more overwhelming than not supportive. That doesn't help the person. What that does, it overwhelms them, and it actually shows that you're not listening. Because what you want to be here for your patients at the moment is you want to connect with them in a way that you can hear them and see who they are, which is a human being, where they're at the moment, what they're struggling with right now. And if you can do that, they can feel that you're connecting with them. That's what you're doubling down on. Because the strategy here is nothing to do with cash flow, all that stuff, or giving advice. It's about connecting with them and showing them that you care. That is the mindset I'd love for you to consider, because that's being strategic. That's being supportive. And I encourage you to kind of change the mindset before you act on these tactical things. These are still important. These tactical things are very, very important. But what's more important is you have to have the right mindset, because your mindset and your intention behind this is, and your strategy behind it, it's going to dictate what you create. So don't just go creating something that no one cares about. What you should be creating is something, have the mindset of, how do I become more supportive, and then create something. And how you do that is going, what's the nightmare? What's the fear? What's the frustration? What are the wants and desires of my client right now that they need? Deal with that first. And maybe that product you create may be supportive of that, or deal with that first, and then when they're better, this will come. Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already done so, that subscribe button, you should press it. And because I want to share videos with you just like this one to help you grow your practice.